I noticed that the church congregation, the demographic didn't really reflect the demographic of the community that was living around us. So as a congregation, we were predominantly white. When my children started going to the local schools, they were very much in the minority as white children in their classes. And so this led us to really think, well, what is God calling us to do? What's his vision for us as a church in this place? And it was encouraging to see as we met and as we discussed together a real desire that the church would represent better the demographic of the wider community. And it was at that time the IWC project came along and the diocese were looking for churches to join them. And so some things were sort of happening naturally and a bit more organically, but the project allowed us to have a small group of us that then became a bit more focused to think, right, well, what does it mean to really include people from different cultural backgrounds in what we're doing? And it was really important to us that as part of that core group that we formed, we had long-standing members of the church, but we also had some of those people that were newer to us who were from different cultural backgrounds, so that we were all gathering around together and we were sharing our thoughts, we were sharing our ideas. It was saying to them, not come and just be like us and do church like us, how we are, but come and join with us and help us understand what would church look like for you? What can we do that can enhance the worship we already have here by opening us up to different traditions, different ways of worship, different things that are going to help you connect with God. And I think without all those different people playing their part and feeding in, we wouldn't have been able to go on this journey together. So it's really been a case of trying to bring together key stakeholders and enable us to learn and grow well together. Probably one of the biggest groups of people we have is from South India. They then approached us and said, would we be able to do something at Christmas? And so when we have our Christmas carols by candlelight, they formed a Tamil choir and they sang a traditional Tamil Christmas song for us. And we included that as part of our service. They invited other folks from the congregation to join them. It was then people from other cultural backgrounds who struggled to learn the Tamil language, but gave it a go, and they sang for us during that carol service, and indeed have continued to do so year after year after year.
I think I asked Steve, could we sing a very simple Tamil song? And it was a lullaby to Jesus. And everyone really liked it. Then I think next year, immediately everyone comes and asks us in a very casual way, what are you going to sing this year? So I think that gave us that oomph to do it. And we always make sure we actually wear our traditional dress. So many of our white friends wore the same traditional dress. That is one thing, but the most important is, Tamil is not an easy language, but they learned the language and they sang so well. I never understood the impact of it until we had the Global Carol service. This time we had it in St. Paul's. It was a real celebration of all languages. And I quickly counted, you won't believe, there were 17 languages sung and spoken during that service of 2 hours. Britain is a multicultural society, and I feel our churches should reflect that as well. Half my life I've been in the UK. You can't take the Indian out of me, the Tamil out of me, and you can't take the Brit out of me. So I am both, My husband and I, we've always been very particular that we have to integrate into the local church rather than go to a service where it's an exclusively Tamil or a Hindi or a Malayalam church. It is a very easy way of integrating with the community at large as well. There are so many people who don't know even the simple things that other cultures do. And it's only by simple talking at the end of the service, over a cup of tea or a biscuit, that you actually learn a lot. And then slowly you can bring it into the service, food, talking, culture, words, singing, everything.
Culture is shaped by all of our life experiences, not just the colour of our skin or the place where we grew up. And so I think it's been a journey for us of living and learning from each other and trying to understand that the things that we think are totally normal to us, that we've grown up with, can be completely alien to someone who's grown up with a different lifestyle from us. And so we're all constantly learning from one another And in a sense, church then becomes a big melting pot where we bring all those different experiences together. We learn from one another and we grow together by experiencing something that's different from us. What we've tried to do is make sure that in as many places as possible in the life of church, people are represented. Languages that are used on banners or signs or publicity that we have around, or even on our website, where you can go and you can find it in your own language, just help to emphasise all these different things that we are a church that wants to welcome and include and learn from people from all ages, backgrounds, cultures and nationalities, growing together as we follow Jesus.